Argentina's president is visiting Washington, D.C. Javier Milei plans to meet with the head of the International Monetary Fund over loan payments and a new aid program. But what made headlines on Thursday was him joining Elon Musk on stage at the annual Conservative Political Action Conference and gifting Musk an actual chainsaw to represent the tech billionaire's efforts to cut or slash government spending. For more insight now into Argentine President Milei's trip to Washington, we're joined by economic strategist and advisor Inaki Martinez Soria. Inaki, always good to see you. Thanks for taking time to chat with us.
Hello, Sean. Nice to see you again.
Okay,
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Let's talk about the significance of Milei's meeting with Musk and taking that chainsaw in a very public forum. What do you think both of these hope to get out of this meeting, especially the president of Argentina?
Well, of course, Sean, the theatrics, the antics are always what stays imprinted in the retina of the people. In any case, I think that Milei getting close to Musk, it's another attempt of pushing his agenda in the global stage, of raising attention, of trying to receive the support of perhaps the most important businessman in global and world affairs, a businessman that now has a direct connection to the center of power in Washington. And for sure, Milei's ultimate ambition is for Musk to make an announcement of any possible investment in Argentina from one of his companies, which would certainly generate a wave of investments from other major entrepreneurs, and particularly big tech, which is one of the key objectives and one of the key fundamentals that the government is trying to push for the in its strive to modernize the Argentine economy. Right. As to what Musk is intending with the chainsaw and having Milei on stage, is of course the powerful image that the president represents for the entire movement that seeks to slash bureaucracy and regulations across the United States. So in essence, while Milei is trying to get money, Musk is trying to get support for his cultural program.
Okay, let's talk about the IMF's role in all this, Argentina's current economic strategy, and what Milei hopes to seek from the IMF during his short visit here.
Well, sure, Sean. The Milei administration has had many successes across these past few months, particularly in what refers to achieving fiscal surplus, which is an extreme rarity in Argentina. The most significant challenge that the administration has ahead is a removal of the currency controls, which are still a thing in our country.
And it's very confusing to outsiders too. It's really difficult to explain.
Yes, essentially Argentina has currency controls which prevent the majority of the population from acquiring foreign currency, and particularly it prevents companies from moving capital freely across the Argentine financial system, which is essentially a huge obstacle for foreign investment. So what essentially the IMF program, or better said, the renegotiation of the IMF program, would provide a significant amount of necessary foreign currency reserves for the government to be able to lift the currency restrictions without having a run on peso, which would essentially affect the cornerstone of the government's economic program, which is the reduction of inflation. So basically, the Milei's presence in Washington and him being accompanied by the finance minister, Mr. Luis Caputo, is essentially an attempt to drive the negotiations across the finish line and being able to secure a refinancing so that they would be able to accelerate the program and the lifting of the currency controls, and hopefully this would bring renewed foreign investment to Argentina.
Okay, let's break down this crypto controversy as well. Could Milei face charges? And clearly it's going to affect the trust that some have in his economic policies and the broader financial systems. And perhaps more to the point, this could be the mistake, for lack of a better word, that his many critics have been waiting to pounce upon.
Absolutely, Sean. The situation was critical the past few days in Argentina. What we've experienced is, for the first time, a government which took a big hit, and for the first time it was rather, how to put it, for lack of a better word, idiotic in the way it reacted. However, there's two things happened today which are very important. Just for one vote, the Senate rejected the opening of an investigation committee against the president, which was a major success for the administration. And recent polls have shown even an increase in the popularity for the president. So this is, I mean, for everyone, it's hard to understand. The first analysis on when this exploded last Friday was that if the president admitted to have supported the cryptocurrency scheme, he could be complicit and face criminal prosecution. If he didn't admit to be part of it,
Right. was
a show of incompetence, or that someone within the president's inner circle was actually in bed with the people who launched the token. But it appears that now it's water under the bridge.
It's still early. I don't know if I'd give him the get-out-of-jail-free card just yet, because a lot could happen. Inaki, I'm sorry, we're out of time. There's so much more that I want to chat with you about. I'm curious if Trump and Milei will meet, but we'll discuss that at a future date. Thank you so much for your insight.
Thank you so much.